Hey guys, how's your Sunday going? I want to ask you a question. Who all has been adopted? My point is that I was adopted and when I was 22 months. And it was kind of interesting because I'm from New York. And of course, when you're 22 months, you're getting kind of past that cute stage and heading into the terrible twos. So for my mom, who is a single mom, she already had a son, my brother, and she met my dad around the same time she met me. And so, but her strength was that she was going to have two kids that were Crips. Now, the story of me being adopted is really sweet because my brother literally picked me. When she wanted another kid, she asked my brother what he wanted, and he said he wanted a brother. He wanted a brother, not a sister. And so I guess back in those days, you could get pictures of kids and choose. And so she took some pictures home to my brother, and he literally chose me. So that's a debt I could never repay. And it's always been something I've always held in my heart. Now, knowing me, if you know me, you've known that my story is kind of weird. When I was born, my mom was never allowed to see me. My dad saw me and he literally called me a monster. Now you're like, Jay, nobody would do that. Yes, it's in my file. Seriously. And he wouldn't let her see me. I don't even know if they honestly put me up for adoption or if they just left me. I do know that they went home and told the rest of the family that I died. And now, back in those days, it could have been a possibility because of my cripness. But then again, it was almost common to get my spine sewn up at birth, and my hydrocephalus dealt with the shunt, which I've talked to you about. But then let's fast forward to today. Over the years, my folks have asked me if I wanted to talk to or meet my family. And at first, yeah, I did. I honestly did. I knew that I was the oldest, and I knew that I had younger siblings, and I wanted to know them. I mean, I've got in my family now, I've got my brother and my sister from my folks, and from my dad's previous marriage, he's got 2 sons and 2 daughters. And in other families, you hear them say, you know, my stepbrothers and my stepsisters, and I don't split hairs. They're family regardless. So, the same way for my bio family, they would be just my brothers and sisters regardless. And if it came about that I got to meet them, you know, cool, because I want them to know that their older brother lived, regardless of what my folks said. When we went to New York in '04, which my folks had promised me ever since I was young that they would take me back. We did our thing in Manhattan, and we did Times Square, and we did Toys R Us just for the hell of it, and Empire State Building. We even saw Phantom of the Opera on Broadway, which is like Joey's and my favorite show. We did Central Park, which is badass. I've never been in such a big city, and then when you walk into a park, it's like a totally different world. You can't even hear the traffic outside. But when we took a day and we were going to do some touristy things outside of the big city, and we went by the Bronx, which is the borough that I was from. And my mom brought it up, and I was like, not really, I don't really care to go. So she took me to Yonkers and took me to Blythedale, which is the hospital that I was at when she got me. And that was badass. It's a hospital and a school and a therapy center. And the director was nice enough to take us on a tour, and we got to look in the rooms and see the little kids in there with their little tiny walkers and their little tiny wheelchairs. And it was nap time in one room, and they had their nap pads with their little walkers and the chairs to the side. It was so cute. And in another room, they had there was a little boy learning how to drink from a sippy cup. And I'm thinking, I wonder if I was there 30 odd years ago doing that exact same thing. It was just, they gave me some little swag things. Yeah, I have a little bag with the logo on it and stuff. It was a lot of fun. But when we left, it was fun to see where I was from. But when we left, it was like I could have actually seen my folks, but it wasn't. They're not my folks. they don't know me. They didn't care to know me. And they didn't mold me. I'm not anything what they. I take that back. The fact that I know how they dealt with me probably molded me into who I am because I didn't need them. I mean, yeah, she popped me out, but that's it. My folks did the upbringing. They were there for the shunt revisions and the spinal fusions and all the other surgeries and the asthma attacks and all that other shit. And they were the ones that made the difference. And my bios, the most that they've done that I've taken from them is I have a piece of art that I did, and I'll show it to you. And it's me, and it's got monster written over my face. And then down my chest, it's got the words "fuck blood" because they really didn't do anything for me. Now, I'm not saying that all adoptions were because they didn't want you. So don't misconstrue what I'm saying. This is just my situation. But I want to know what you guys think that have been adopted. What do you know? Was it an open adoption? Was it a closed adoption where you don't know anything? Birth records were changed. Have you met your folks? Or do you even care to meet your folks? Joey wants me to kind of find them out solely for the medical aspect. In the last couple of years, I've been diagnosed as borderline diabetic, and I don't plan on going on insulin. I'm trying to keep myself healthy enough because I don't want to get myself stabbed in the stomach just to do insulin shots. And I can totally understand when she's over here saying whether I have cancer in my family or whatnot. And I totally understand that. I want to know so I could try and head that off if I can. But like I said, I want to know what y'all think. And leave messages in the comments if you want. It's a rather tender subject, I understand. And just know that, again, you're not alone, and be good to each other, and we love you. And oh, if you do want to talk about something, then hit me up or hit Joey up at twopeopleout@gmail.com. All right, guys. Well, have a good rest of your afternoon, and talk to you later.